Most people hear AI in decision making and jump straight to one question: will humans be replaced? It sounds dramatic, but it's also the wrong way to think about it. Because AI is not replacing decision making entirely, it's changing how decisions are made. The real shift is this: decisions are moving from intuition driven to data driven, from slow to real time, and from human only to human plus machine. Think about how decisions used to work. Managers looked at reports, relied on experience, discussed options, and then made a call. That process still exists, but now AI sits inside it. Systems analyze massive amounts of data, detect patterns, and suggest actions instantly. For example, in finance, AI can flag risky transactions in seconds. In marketing, it can decide which ad to show to which user. In operations, it can adjust supply chains based on demand. These are not future ideas. They're already happening. This evolution builds on decades of research in artificial intelligence. Early pioneers like Herbert A. Simon explored how machines could assist human decision-making by processing information and identifying optimal choices. Today, those ideas have scaled massively with data and computing power. But here's the key point. AI is very good at certain types of decisions, especially those that are repetitive, data-heavy, and pattern-based. It can process more information than any human and do it faster. But it lacks context, judgment, and understanding of complex human factors. It doesn't understand consequences the way humans do. It optimizes based on the data it has. So will humans be replaced? In some areas, yes. Routine decision-making is already being automated. Tasks that follow clear patterns are increasingly handled by systems. But in complex, uncertain, or high-stakes decisions, humans are still essential. Strategy, ethics, creativity, and judgment, these are not easily replaced. The real shift is not replacement, it's collaboration. AI handles the heavy data processing, while humans interpret, guide, and make final calls. The problem is, this also changes what's expected from people. If AI can handle basic analysis, then human value moves to higher-level thinking. People who only rely on routine tasks will struggle, while those who understand systems and context will become more valuable. Now, with rapid advancements, AI is becoming more integrated into decision-making processes across industries. But this also raises concerns. Bias in algorithms, over-reliance on automation, and lack of transparency in how decisions are made. These are real challenges, and they require human oversight. At the Learning Studio, the goal isn't to create fear around AI, it's to create clarity. Because once you understand how AI fits into decision-making, you stop asking, will it replace humans? And start asking, how do humans stay relevant in this system? And that's the question that actually matters.